I will urge you all yet again, please ask as many questions as you can. Just pop them in the chat and we'll pick them all up at the end. Don't worry. If they're slightly left field from the Caribbean, don't worry. We'll pick up any questions that you've got. In the meantime, I will pass you over to John, who will hopefully give you a bit of Caribbean sunshine for the next half hour or so. John, over to you.
Thank you, Miles. And thank you, everybody, today for joining us. We really appreciate it. A huge thank you to Miles and the team for partnering us up on this webinar today as we transport you over to the Caribbean. As Miles has already said, we enjoy a fantastic relationship and partnership with Miles Morgan Travel. And you know, as two independent businesses who share the same ethos, values and goals, it's really, really important to understand how well we work together. And that's really, really important, especially now more than ever in the world, the crazy world that we all live in. It's very, very tough for the industry at the moment, but we're not going to dwell on that. I think it's very clear that the motivation and the appetite for travel is there. And we just need some good news to get these planes in the sky and get us back to what we know and love. I think it's really important that, you know, working with Miles Morgan and Elegant Resorts, we will do what is right for you to give you the confidence in travel. And I'll talk about that a little bit later on into inspiring confidence for travel. So as Miles has pointed out, we're joined by one of our destination managers live from Barbados today. So I'd like to welcome Andrea, who you can see it on your screens, I'm sure now. I'll pass over to Andrea very shortly, but we are amongst royalty today as Andrea's been with Elegant Resorts for a long time, and she's live from Barbados today, which is amazing. So how's about that? So let's crack on. Let me just share my screen and then we can move straight forward. So my name's John Hardcastle. So I head up our agency sales team here at Elegant Resorts. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a taster about the Caribbean and a little bit about the background of our business in case you didn't know about us. I mean, it's very, very clear that 45 minutes is nowhere near enough to talk about the Caribbean as a whole. So I'll try and keep it as brief as possible and touch on areas that should inspire and give you some thoughts on future travel. So that's really, really good. Okay, so let's just move on. So who we are. So for those that haven't heard of Elegant Resorts, we're a luxury tour operator. We're based up in the northwest in Chester. And as the strapline says there, we are masters in luxury travel and have been since 1988. So we've enjoyed over 3 decades of experience selling luxury travel. We work with a select handful of the finest hotels and resorts that understand luxury, that understand your needs, and working with partners like Miles Morgan Travel, we will craft the perfect holiday and experience for you to ensure you get the best possible experience. We've enjoyed long-term partnerships with our hoteliers, and that's what it's about. You know, it's forging long-term partnerships to give the best possible experience. And I suppose essentially, we're the glue. We pull everything together for you. So we don't own the airlines, we don't own the hotels. We pull everything together. We craft everything from a blank canvas. So everything we sell is tailor-made. There are no package holidays as such. Everything is tailored around your requirements. You know, we enjoy a preferred partnership with the likes of British Airways, with Virgin Atlantic, and a number of other airlines. And we work very closely on direct contract with our hotel partners. So we've got an established relationship with all of our hotel partners. It goes without saying, we offer a full airport concierge in the UK and indeed overseas, and a full VIP representation service. We have a dedicated concierge service as well. So that's ensuring that you get all of the final pieces to make that holiday the best possible experience. So restaurant reservations, spa treatments in advance, pre-booking of kids clubs, sporting events, all of that good stuff. We offer that service pre-travel and also whilst you're in resort as well. And that's really, really important. And it goes without saying, we're there for you and we're there for the Miles Morgan team 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, should you need it as a support. So we have a beautiful website, but you can't book on our website. You know, we want to talk to the Miles Morgan team to understand your needs We don't want to invest money in bookable websites. It's about the good old human touch, talking to the team at Miles Morgan to craft that perfect experience for you as well. And that's really, really important to us. I talked about the elegant promise briefly. Now more than ever, this has become more apparent in the crazy COVID world that we live in. I mean, ever since day one, we've put the client, we've put yourself at the heart of everything that we do, and that's really, really important. And now more than ever, we will continue to do that. So we'll be flexible, we'll be adaptable, and more importantly, your money and your travel is protected when you travel with Elegant Resorts. But just some of the things to reassure clients during these crazy times we live in. We're offering low deposits, rightful refunds. If your holiday's cancelled for whatever reason, you have the right to that refund. We will process that. No amendment fees for changing dates. We'll price match pledge, and of course late balance. So we'll work with the Miles Morgan team. God forbid, and should your holiday not go ahead for whatever reason, and that's really, really important to us. So if there's one thing to take away, it's the flexibility that is backed up with our Elegant promise. So the Elegant difference, why are we different to anybody else? There's a huge choice of travel providers in the marketplace, whether you book online, whether you book with your travel agent, and it's really important now more than ever that human touch, that travel agent, that face-to-face contact is important more than ever. And we've all heard some of the horror stories of booking online in the press recently. So Elegant, we do everything from the accommodation, the flights, private transfers, as I've said, the airport concierge and resort, VIP rep service, 24/7 support. And one thing I admire about our business is we only sell what we know well. We're not afraid to turn the business away. So if you go to the Miles Morgan team and they ring us, it's perhaps not something that we can fulfill, then we'll say that. We're very honest and approachable, and we'll say, you know what, we can't add the Elegant difference to a particular holiday, and we'll walk away from it, and we'll recommend somebody that can. It's not about the sale for us, it's about providing that overall experience. And again, that's really, really important to us, so just so you know. So today we're talking about the Caribbean. 45 minutes, as I've said, is just not long enough. I could talk for 45 minutes about each island individually. But I just wanted to give some touch points on why, if you've not been to the Caribbean, or perhaps you are thinking of returning to the Caribbean, why you would choose the Caribbean as your next holiday. Very, very easy access from the UK. We're very blessed to have direct flights with our preferred flagship carriers in Virgin Atlantic and British Airways, and they fly direct non-stop from London into the Gateway Islands. The airlines offer a choice of booking class from economy to premium economy, business or first, so there's a real choice to suit all budgets. The destination applies to a whole appeal of audience, whether it's couples, singles, families, multi-generational groups, all ages. There is a product for yourself. In terms of hotel choice, there's a great product choice. There's a variety of hotels to match budgets. We offer villas, apartments, and resorts as well. And there is something for everybody in the Caribbean, whether it's beach life, family fun, private villas. If dining is your thing, well-being, sailing, golf, local culture, you name it, there is something for everybody in the Caribbean. And of course, now more than ever, as we experience a cold winter in the UK, the climate is a big appeal for clients traveling to the Caribbean. It's warm, hot all year round, and the wet season tends to be around May to October time as well. Elegant Resorts, we offer the globe. We offer destinations all around the world, but the Caribbean is a firm favourite for our clients, and that accounts for more than 50% of the business we generate is to the Caribbean. So it's a huge part of our business. It's our second home, and we get a high number of repeat clients that go back to the Caribbean islands time and time again. So that's the Caribbean for us. So the Elegant Resorts difference. So on the ground in Barbados, we have a dedicated office and team, and we also have a team on the ground in Antigua. And the girls on island, they're employed by Elegant Resorts. They work exclusively for us, and that's in addition to our Chester headquarters. So in Barbados, our highly professional team of Andrea, Helen, Mary, Sandrine, and Sophie are on hand to look after every stage of your holiday. I mean, these guys are incredible. They're local. They work 24 hours a day between them. So for peace of mind, there's somebody in resort just a phone call away should you need it. And that's to assist with any emergency, any concierge, restaurant reservations, any support that you need. Our office is in a great location, close to the main hotels. So they can be there in a heartbeat should you need to see them. And as I've said, I'm delighted to be joined by Andrea today. Andrea is our destination manager on island in Barbados. So I just wanted Andrea just to say a few words today. So Andrea, if you're still there.
I'm here.
Hey, so over to you. Just a few minutes on yourself, please.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It is now 7:14 a.m. here in Barbados, so it's quite early, but I'm more than happy to join you to just give you a snippet of what we do here in Barbados. So even prior to your arrival onto the island, we work with the concierge team in the UK office to make sure that anything we can coordinate for you prior to arrival, that we organize it. So basically, all your meet and greet at the airport, every possible activity, service that we can coordinate with them, we will do for you. Then when you arrive onto Barbados, from the time you get off the shuttle bus, we're basically there to make it happen. We've got a meet and greet service. They meet you literally even before you get to Port Health now. They're there with a sign bearing your name. They whisk you through Port Health where they're checking all your documentation. You go through immigration. They wait with you while you collect your luggage and swiftly escort you through customs, where a luxury vehicle is waiting to escort you to whatever hotel you have booked to stay at on the island. And then from the next day, we're there, we come to the hotel, we meet with you, we have a chat, we get a feel for what you want to do while you're here if you haven't done it prior to arrival. And then we try to execute it for you as seamless as possible. We've gotten into the habit now of communicating with clients via email, via WhatsApp, instant messenger, whatever works for the client. Once we get to know and understand you, we will work with you to make sure that everything goes as smooth as possible for you. So we will organize your restaurants. If you want to do a catamaran cruise, we will organize that for you, again, depending on what you're looking for. It could be something private or it could be something shared. It just depends on, again, on you, the client, and your requirements. So basically, we make it happen when it's time for you to depart. Not that we want you to go, but we will then organize your pre-departure services. We will check you in once we've got all your flight information. Every possible step of the way, we are there with you, holding your hand. We literally will go on some of the activities with you if that's what you want. We've got clients that sometimes we would take them on an island tour ourselves. If that's what they want, again, we just make it happen. We are basically there 24/7 to execute every possible bit of your vacation while you're here in Barbados. And then we take you to the airport, we see you off. And then sometimes, we will hear from you once you've gotten back home to say, hey, we had a fantastic time. We're back in cold London. And, but that's basically what it is that we do. I'll give you two examples. I got a client that literally he came. We had a cocktail party. Our MD came down to Barbados and we did a cocktail party with some clients. And these clients are now some of our best friends. They messaged me for Valentine's Day to wish me a beautiful day. And I've got another client here on the ground. She's staying in a hotel. She is an email type of client. And we are emailing every 2-3 days. She's updating me what's happening in the resort, and she's telling me the things that she's doing, what she's not doing, obviously because of the restrictions here at the moment. But that's the type of thing we do. We communicate with you, however best it suits you. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Andrea. I really appreciate that. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, really, what the team can do on the ground. I've got a couple of questions for you, Andrea. I'm sorry to throw these at you. For first-time visitors to Barbados, and indeed repeat clients, what activities would you recommend for first-timers and indeed for repeaters, just to give some inspiration out there?
Okay, so hands down, my favorite is cruising, going on a catamaran cruise where you get to see different parts are coming along the West Coast. And to me, it's gorgeous. You get to see all the different hotels. You can point out, oh, this is where Rihanna stayed, where, you know, you get to see all the different villas and the hotels as you sail up and down the coast. And the cat cruise, again, they're so personal if that's what you want. If you and your partner, you just want to do a cruise for two, then you can do that. If you want to do a cruise with other people, that way you get to meet other people, then again, you can do that. It just depends on what it is that you want to do. And then the other thing that I think is a must see for people who've not been here is an island tour. Because the island is so contrasting. East Coast versus the West Coast, totally different. And it's so beautiful on the East Coast. Not suitable for swimming, but just absolutely gorgeous. So you get to drive around the island with a knowledgeable driver. They'll give you vast information on the island and the history of the island. And to me, that's something that I would also recommend. And then one more thing, if you want to see a bit of local life, I would say definitely go to Oistins on a Friday evening, where it's so different. It's lively, good food, things that's what I would definitely recommend.
Amazing. And what is the best part of your job, Andrea, working for Elegant Resorts with some of Miles Morgan's clients, for example?
I definitely say it's the people.
Yeah.
It is the people, it is the relationships that we have formed over the years. I mean, if you check my phone, I've got so many clients that are always messaging, and it's good to hear. I've got a client that calls me every week. What's going on in Barbados? Tell me what's happening. And he's updating me with what's happening in the UK. Yes, I can get it on BBC, I can get it anywhere, but it's such a nice feeling when you feel clients interacting with you and they don't leave you behind once they go home, they're still checking on you. So it's all about the relationships. We have so much fun with our clients. We love it.
Amazing. And that's the difference, when you travel with Elegant Resorts, you're not a number, as you can see, you have that personal relationship with our team on the ground as well. And of course, Andrea knows the hotels, the general managers, so there's good relationships there as well. So it's about working together to give the best possible experience.
Definitely. We also have an excellent relationship with the restaurateurs. We can message and say, look, I've got this happening. This client has got her birthday. Can you do something for them? Or we would hide behind the scenes and do something ourselves. It's all about the relationships.
It absolutely is. Brilliant. Does anybody have any questions for Andrea right here and now before we move on to the Caribbean in general? Before we move on, if anybody does, feel free to pop them in the chat function or indeed take yourself off mute if you want to do. That's absolutely fine. Okay. No problem. Okay, so we'll move on. Thank you, Andrea. I really appreciate your time there. Thank you for joining us so early in the morning. You can go and get your coffee now and move on with your day. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you all.
Thank you. No problem.
Bye.
Thanks, Andrea. Take care. Okay, so the Caribbean. I just wanted to touch on some unique points really about the Caribbean from personal experience. Why you would choose the destination. Again, 45 minutes is doesn't give it justice really. So I'll try and keep this as short and concise as possible. Beaches, it goes without saying, the beaches over in each Caribbean island are incredible. I mean, there are a couple of pictures. The one on the left is from Grenada, and the one on the right is from Anguilla. I've been very fortunate to swim in Grand Anse Beach in Grenada, and I have to say it's one of the best oceans I've ever swum in. Incredible temperature, very clear, beautiful sand, and of course you have the beaches of Anguilla as well. Long sandy beaches to secluded coves that are reached by boat. There are some incredible beaches out there in the Caribbean. And again, it's a real unique selling point for the destination. Don't just think of the Caribbean as a beach destination. The Caribbean does boast lush tropical landscapes. I don't know if you tuned into the BBC last week and saw the incredible resort of Jade Mountain and St. Lucia. So on the left, that is St. Lucia. the famous Pitons of St. Lucia, and there are incredible properties out there. Sugar Beach Hotel, a Viceroy Hotel that is located right in between the Pitons. And there is a spa that's within the rainforest. So as you're having and enjoying your spa treatments, you can hear the wonderful sounds of the rainforests. And of course, Dominica is very, very famous for lush tropical landscapes as well, with waterfalls, emerald pools. So again, you know, don't just think as the Caribbean as a beach destination. Shopping really surprises people. Sophistication and designer shopping. The island of St. Bart's does boast some incredible shopping, if that is one of the main reasons for traveling, and we get repeat clients that travel to St. Bart's. There are over 200 plus boutique shops across 8 square miles, you'll be pleased to know, offering everything from beauty, jewellery, swimwear, beachwear, etc. And St. Bart's is a real stylish island. It's one of the most stylish islands on the Caribbean, as you can see. So if shopping is your thing, then do consider St. Bart's. Of course, dining. You know, Andrea touched on Barbados, and our team on the ground can take care of all of your restaurant reservations before travel, or indeed whilst in resort. But Barbados is famed for some of the high-end restaurants, the Cliff, the Tides, Champers, Fusion, just to name a few. So if high-end dining is your thing, you know, the all-inclusive concept isn't popular in Barbados, because dining out is exceptional, and there are different venues and restaurants to match all budgets. So we can provide that, and we can give that experience to the team. Anguilla is also famous for high-end dining, many restaurants within hotel and resorts, but also independent venues too. So just to highlight a couple of the Caribbean islands that are famous for high-end dining as well. So you can see Barbados or Anguilla for that. For something a little bit more local and authentic, why not take advantage of incredible Jamaica's jerk chicken from some of the shacks that they have on the beaches there. Andrea touched on Oystons on a Friday night, Oystons fish fry on the south coast, and I echo what Andrea said. That is a must-do. Seating is plentiful. It's very rustic. You eat amongst the diners, old-timers playing dominoes, really authentic, get the real taste of Barbados, the taste of the Caribbean. But at Oystons, there are also art and craft items on sale, jewellery, pottery, ceramics, local goods. So it's not just about the food experience, it's about the whole experience as well. So if you are on Barbados, if you haven't already done so, Oystons on a Friday is an absolute must. I'm sure you've heard of that one before. Sailing, if sailing is your thing, Caribbean boasts very warm, very safe seas, particularly around the BVIs, the British Virgin Islands and the Grenadines. It's perfect for sailing and exploring. There are over 5,000 islands, reefs and cays in the Caribbean. Very easy line of sight, or there are challenge opening water thrills as well, if that's your thing, if you want something a bit more challenging. The Caribbean is a sailor's paradise. It really is. It's truly spoiled for choice. And again, you know, working with the Miles Morgan team, we can put together private charters. If you want to take advantage of lessons to learn how to sail, what better than to do that? So we can take care of all of that in advance of your trip. So do let us know if that's something that takes your fancy. We can absolutely help with that. And then, of course, you know, there's the authentic local experiences across the Caribbean. You know, from plantation houses, rainforests. You know, on the island of Grenada, as an example, you know, Grenada is one of my personal favorite islands. You know, there is so many different authentic local experiences to take advantage of. On the right hand side there, you can see St. George. It's dubbed as the prettiest capital in the Caribbean, and to see the amazing sunset on the harbour really sees the colours come to light. So in Grenada, you've got the authentic local experience, and the Saturday morning market is an absolute must in St. George as well. So you know, it's about really experiencing the local way of life, you know, across all islands in the Caribbean, but just Grenada to give you an example. And then, of course, there's historic past. I'm going to focus a little bit of energy here on Antigua. So you can, there are many different tours that we can help you with to really discover and understand the historic and colonial past of Antigua. The capital, St. John's, is a very colourful place to really feel the rhythm of the Caribbean. We can take you on tours to visit the forts, taking the incredible views from Shirley Heights or Monk's Hill. So if history is your thing and understanding the culture and the past, then of course we can help you with that as well. So Antigua is absolutely a must for that. And of course, have some fun. Water sports are incredibly popular, certainly for families. Zip wiring in Antigua, exploring and hiking the many islands, and of course, endless beaches to enjoy. So if fun is your thing, being active, there are islands out there that can take care of your of all of your needs. So do let us know what drives you, and we can absolutely help with that as well to make sure that you and your family have some fun. And then, of course, to completely escape from it all, there's private islands, the private island of Necker or St. Vincent, to completely switch off from everyday life. I think we could all do with some of that right now. We offer hotels and resorts that are equipped for well-being. So if well-being is something that you're interested in, then we can support you with that. And to completely switch off from the world and recharge the batteries. As I've said, I'm pretty sure that we can all do that. So it's a great destination to completely switch off. So I just want to now just highlight some of the hotels and resorts that we work with at Elegant Resorts. We have many properties around the Caribbean. And again, I could sit here all day and talk about each individual one. And everybody's got their own favorite, I'm sure. But working with Miles Morgan Travel, we've managed to negotiate some really good offers and deals for you, and the team will share them with you, so you've got them. So I just wanted to highlight some of our recommendations across the Caribbean, if you're looking for a bit of inspiration and a bit of support on that. So the first one, we go over to Barbados, an incredible property, the Fairmont Royal Pavilion. It's got an amazing beachfront location, right on the beach, and all of the rooms boast incredible ocean views. The rooms were renovated recently in 2017, so they're pretty new, and it's a very well-established hotel that focuses on service and that personal touch, with butler service in suite accommodation. Location-wise, it's in a brilliant location in St. James, very close to varieties of shops and excellent restaurants. So as I've said, dining out in Barbados is hugely popular. So you're in a really good location there for doing that. And Elegant Resorts, working with Miles Morgan, we've got some amazing offers on certain times of the year for up to 70% rate reduction on the room rates. So we've got some brilliant offers out there for booking. So that's the first one in Barbados. And then something a little bit different in Barbados, we've got the Tamarind Hotel. Tamarind is part of the Elegant Hotel Group you may be familiar with, and this is a premium all-inclusive option. So there are all-inclusive options if that's something that you're looking for. An incredible hotel for families, great family activities. There's kids, children and teens. The award-winning Daphne's restaurant. There are special menus as part of their all-inclusive option as well. And there's a great choice of accommodation as well from to suit families and groups, with interconnecting rooms, junior suites, and so on and so forth. So again, we've negotiated some really good rates on that one, where we can offer up to 50% off room rates. Over to Antigua, a personal favourite of ours, Blue Waters Resort and Spa, you may have heard of. This is an amazing hotel with spacious resort access on 14 acres that boasts 7 pools. They also have, they've got villa accommodation with private pools available. Again, their restaurant, The Cove, is a world famous restaurant. And the hotel also focuses a little bit on wellness at the spa, working very closely with Elemis products as well. And again, we've managed to negotiate a really good offer on that one with 20% off on certain dates. Now, this is a great property over on St. Lucia. This is the Body Holiday. And they pioneered the concept. It's one of a kind in the Caribbean. This is an all-inclusive, it's adults only, and it's absolutely dedicated to well-being. And the great thing about Body Holiday is that the guests can customize their own experience. So you can put you can put a plan together for your duration of stay on areas of wellness that are tailored to you. So whether it's relaxation, beauty, to diet and exercise, and they have themed months throughout the year, offering a unique opportunity to discover fitness, wellness, led by expert athletes and celebrity hosts as well. So keep an eye out for that. So it's an incredible property, and one of a kind really in the Caribbean. So just offering something a little bit different there. Again, one of my favourites, Grenada. This is just a beautiful property, Spice Island Beach Resort, a very intimate, family-owned and operated property, where you as guests are treated like genuine family. So it's very true and genuine hospitality. Located on Grand Anse Beach, perfect setting for weddings and honeymoons, exquisite dining. And again, they're offering a one-night complimentary stay on certain times of the year as well. So if that's something that interests you, please contact the Miles Morgan team. Spice is actually closed currently for renovations and is due to open in October. So perfect timing with everything that's happening at the moment. So from October, we're looking forward to seeing the renovations there. And then over to British Virgin Islands, the Rosewood Little Dix Bay. I mean, this is just the ultimate luxury beach escape and perfect place to explore the beautiful British Virgin Islands. It's an all-round resort with activities and experiences to suit every generation. Refined service and hospitality with butler service. And the rooms and suites, they offer privacy either on the beach or nestled in the hillside for a bit to be set a little bit further back as well. And again, we've managed to negotiate a complimentary night stay on certain times of the year. Now, this particular resort in Anguilla, the Malawana Auberge Resorts Collection, is all about the experience. Very, very low key, understated glamour and elegance. Whether you're paddleboarding in the moonlight to catch and cook the dining catch and cook your own dining, the team will work with you to provide that best possible tailored, unforgettable experience. It's located on Meads Bay, where the white sand and blue sea look like they should have been photoshopped. Very calm, very clear waters, and they offer accommodation including secluded junior terraces complete with private sun terrace. And again, they're currently offering a one-night complimentary stay on certain times of the year. So just for something a bit different there, not necessarily on your more popular islands, it just offers something a little bit different. And then for a truly idyllic private island paradise, we take you over to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to Petit St. Vincent Private Island. This is a truly idyllic private island paradise. There are just 22 cottages on 115 acres of land, and surrounded by soft white sand of the Caribbean Sea. And if you are traveling as an intimate group, family and extended family, there are options to book cottages to have your own privacy as part of the island as well. So there is absolute flexibility there. And the resort is a member of the leading small luxury hotels of the world, which is a real credit to the team there as well. So just something a little bit different if that's what you're after. I just want to highlight villas. We're seeing a huge increase in demand for luxury villas, not just in the Caribbean, but worldwide. Certainly in COVID times that we live in. We've provided villas for many years here at Elegant Resorts. Whether you prefer a standalone private villa on its own or a villa within a hotel resort to enjoy the hotel facilities that offer. We can take care of all of your needs working with the Miles Morgan team. Destinations that are very popular: Barbados, St. Vincent, Grenadines, Antigua, Anguilla, and St. Lucia. And of course, back to what we've said before, we could take care of all of the luxury travel concierge in resort to provide all of your finishing touches to villa stays, so car rental, dining reservations, babysitting, private chef hire, tickets to sporting events, wedding planning, you name it. We can take care of all of that before and during your travel. And as you know, we've got a dedicated team in Barbados and Antigua that can help you with that. If you want to purchase the villa only, we can do that, or we can sell that as part of a complete package, giving you full protected protection in line with our elegant promise that I talked about earlier on. And then just something to completely take us away, private islands offer the ultimate in luxury. So why not indulge yourself with complete exclusivity and privacy that's unsurpassed. Perfect venue, location to do what you want, when you want, perfect for that special celebration or family reunion. And we work very, very closely with a handful of our private islands, not our private islands, but some of our suppliers. Necker Island is one, and of course I've talked about Petit St Vincent as well. So more prominent now more than ever. And that's it. So thank you. Jumping into the next slide. So I just wanted to say thank you for you all today. I hope that helps a little bit to give you some inspiration. We look forward to creating the perfect holiday for you, working with the incredible Miles Morgan team. And as we slowly come out of this pandemic, the appetite for travel has never been more. So if there's anything at all that you need from us, please do feel free to get in touch. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you. Thank
you, John.
Right.
I haven't seen any questions yet in the chat function, so please do ask away if you've got any. I'll ask a couple to you, John. First one is the Caribbean's made up of an awful lot of islands. Where would be your favourite in terms of destination? Also, give us a couple of reasons why.
I mean, I've been very fortunate to travel to many islands in the Caribbean, and they're all very different in their own way. I love Barbados. I love St. Lucia. Two very, very different destinations. But I love Grenada, and I think I touched on that in the call earlier on. Grenada is a smaller island. It's got incredible beaches. It's got the lush tropical landscape. It's culture. It's got history. And I think, you know, why I love the Caribbean in general. I mean, from the minute you step off that plane, the warm heat hits you, you know, and you can smell the bougainvillea, and you've arrived, and you just automatically wind down and relax. The locals, the hospitality, incredible. You know, you're so safe and welcome. Whatever your age, whatever your interest, there is something there to the client's needs, you know, and that's why we get such repeat clients. We get so many repeat clients that go back year after year after year. And you can just see why, you know, and of course the climate, you know, the climate is a huge pull for the British people. For me, my personal favourite is Grenada, but you know, there's so many to choose from.
I've been lucky. I've been to quite a few myself. I think I went to the BVIs, the British Virgin Islands, and went to Virgin Gorda, and that was just, I mean, it's one of those destinations that you do get what you appear to get. You look at the Palm French beaches and you think, oh, it looks amazing. But actually, when you get there, it truly is amazing. And it's as idyllic as it looks.
Yeah. And
we've got a couple of questions.
Sorry, go on, Miles. Go on.
We've got a couple of questions, John. Solos, single travellers, what are the options for them? Are there any deals, or do people have to pay in full? You know, what sort of offers do you have?
Absolutely. So, you know, we will work with your team, Miles. So we'll work with the Miles Morgan team. So if that is, you know, I've not got anything specific to hand right here and now. And I think that, you know, the elegant difference that I talked about before, you know, the team will recommend. We have a Caribbean specialist team. So when the Miles Morgan team ring Elegant Resorts, they're dealing with Caribbean specialists that know the product inside out. And I suppose the ability to get flexibility from hotels is more apparent with Elegant Resorts. So we will ring the hotel directly and we'll work with them. So, you know, singles is a really, really good one, because, you know, we don't want to charge under occupancies if we can avoid that. So we'll work with the hotel to try and negotiate the best possible rate and the best possible product for them. So yes, there are deals out there in answer to the question. There are properties and there are resorts that cater for that. I talked about Body Holiday on St. Lucia. You know, they have a specific time of the year that's dedicated for single travellers, for sole occupancies. That's just one that springs to mind. And then, you know, anything outside of that, we can work with you guys on that to get the best possible choice. Hope that helps.
Yeah, very good. Putting obviously COVID to one side at the moment, are there any vaccination requirements for entry into the Caribbean?
It depends on the island. You know, I kind of knew I'd get asked questions about vaccines and quarantines and so on. What I will say is it's a very fast-paced, changing, evolving situation that we're in. So what I tell you today, what I share with you today may change. So what I would say is that yes, that there is, but it just depends on, you know, every hotel is different, every resort is different. You know, I don't know if Andrea is still around, if she can give us a little update on Barbados, if Andrea is still with us, but it's ever changing. You know, I'm copied into emails that hotels and resorts that are constantly changing. So I wouldn't want to commit too much right here and now on.
But in the normal business as usual, though, John.
It's what, sorry, Miles?
In normal business as usual, are there any requirements for vaccinations for the Caribbean?
Oh, sorry, no, not that I'm aware of, Miles. No.
No. So it's easy in terms of entry.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely,
okay.
yeah. I've never had to have any vaccines anyway, and it's you know, and I've been to many islands on the Caribbean, so yeah.
Okay. Another question come in. You've obviously got Andrea and Barbados. How are you represented in other islands? So do you have a similar operation in Antigua and a similar operation?
Yes. So in Antigua, we've got a lady called Rosalind. So Rosalind's on the ground in Antigua. And then where we don't have our own Elegant Resorts people, we work with very reputable ground handlers that understand Elegant Resorts, that understand our clients' needs and wants. So obviously, we you know, we're a relatively small business in that respect, so we can't have people in every airport in the Caribbean. So where we don't have our own employed people, we work with very reputable ground handlers that can meet and greet your clients on arrival, meet and greet the clients when they get there, and they understand.
So there's always somebody in the bigger islands. You've got your own representation.
Absolutely, the Gateway Islands, we've got people on the ground, you know. But then when you get to your smaller islands, then you know, you tend to find to travel to the smaller islands, you have to go via the gateways anyway to get to them anyway. So you know, we work with very reputable ground handlers where we don't have our own.
Okay. The other question from me, are there any times of year where it's best to go, or any times of year that we should be avoiding?
So weather-wise? May to October is the wet season. You know, I've traveled in June and it's been great. You know, the weather's been fantastic. You know, it's a tropical climate, so you're going to get, you know, the rain. You know, that's inevitable. Winter is a great time to travel. So, you know, if for the best climate, for the driest time, you know, January, February is our biggest travel month for Elegant Resorts. We have most of our clients that travel in January and February. So you'll find Barbados, as an example, is a very busy time in January, February. That's kind of peak season. So, you know, our traditional winter is an exceptional time to travel to the Caribbean. But as I've said, you know, our summer, it can be wet, but you know, you hear people that have gone and not had rain, and you know, that have had a great time. You know, the weather's been amazing. You know, so it's just knowing that really when to go.
When you get the rainy season, is it one of these destinations where when you get the rain, it's literally torrential for an hour, and then the rest of the day is okay?
Tropical. It's tropical. Yeah. But then, you know, just to you know, make you aware, there are times that it can rain non-stop for 3-4 days. You know, it's just, that's the season that it's in. It's a tropical climate. So, well, it tends to be, you'll get a downpour and then the air will clear, and then it'll be fine. Yeah.
And we also hear about the hurricane season in the Caribbean. What time of the year is that?
Again, similar, May to October. You know, when the humidity is at its highest. You know, but with the climate as it is, you know, it can change. It tends to be across, again, traditionally our summer, so from May to October.
So basically, the best time to travel is the reverse of the UK, really. So correct. The UK summer is the best time to stay here, and the best time to go there is when we get our really ropey days, like
absolutely.
We've got at the moment.
And that's the thing, you know, with honeymoons, you know, the traditional dates for weddings are the UK summer, obviously. So if anybody is thinking about honeymooning in the Caribbean and they're getting married in the UK summer, my advice would be delay that and go in the winter, go towards the end of the year, you know, and enjoy your honeymoon, not necessarily after your wedding, just to take advantage of the better chance of weather, really, more than anything.
Okay, I haven't seen any more questions come in, so I will announce last orders for any more questions that want to come in for John. John, in the meantime, thank you very, very much for your time this morning. Andrew, if you're still on the call, thank you very much for getting up early and having an early breakfast to join us from Barbados. It's very good of you. Thank you, everybody else that's joined this morning. We hope you found it beneficial. If you've got any inquiries for the Caribbean, despite what the ministers say, we are still open. We are still taking bookings. It's not illegal to book a holiday at the moment. And actually, the bulk of the bookings we're doing are for 2022, not for 2021. So booking maybe to get away this time next year is possibly a good idea. So anyway, thank you for joining, everybody, and do take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.